Welcome to another edition of Swim Easy Speed. Today we're going to look at an athlete that swam with the team for a long time. She's recently developed some issues, a little bit of elbow pain, which isn't an uncommon issue in swimming. It's probably the second most common issue outside of shoulder issues. And, you know, she swims on a regular basis. She's in good shape. You can see she's got a pretty decent stroke. We've worked on it a lot over the years. You can see here, there's a little bit of kind of side to side movement there. That's usually indicative of not having enough core engagement. Like right here, I mean, that's, really, really good, recovery kind of on that angle of the shoulder. It's about 46 degrees. It's a little much probably on this side. So you can see, this side's probably closer to 77. As we're going along, driving the hands straight forward from the shoulders. Now, here's where you start to see some of where the issue might be coming from. So she's pretty close to, the surface back here, but a little bit of that is the endless pool pushing the back end down, which again kind of indicates maybe some issue with the core. Pardon me. You can see where her hand goes in on the right side. Elbow and wrist are pretty even. You'd prefer to see it more like that. Now, some of that is because of the body position. So if this was up a little bit higher, it'd be easier to get the shoulder in that position. So then as we move forward, you can see she does a pretty good job. She's pressing down a little bit. She does a pretty good job of getting there pretty quickly to start pulling herself forward. Now, here's so it's her left elbow that's bothering her. So you can see right here, she goes to breathe. There's a lot of turn to the side to breathe. So a lot of her body comes this way to breathe. It's not just her head moving. So that's really going to impact this angle of the hand on the water. You can see still again, here it's the elbow's dropped and it's below the wrist. So she's pressing down there a lot on this side position. So when we go kind of to the next video, where we're going to be able to see a little bit more from the side, a little bit more from the front. So you can see here, here's that turn again, press, press, press. So you can see all the pressure is going right there on the shoulder, and that's just lifting her up there. But when we go even more to the front, so when we go here, so here we go, we'll see that big turn to the side. Okay, so here's where basically then midline is. Midline's right there. You can see the hand is way down there. And we'd prefer, the place where the hand would have some leverage would be in closer to here. So she's taken herself out of position to really lever the water, and placed her hand way over here with, the midline kind of way over there. So that's and then the elbow is dropped, so all of it gets concentrated kind of right there on the elbow with no other muscle groups trying to support her to get the, to kind of disperse that pressure and that power that she's trying to generate on the water. It's all just going right there to the elbow. So, one of the things that we did during this session was, what you want is you want to get people to understand, hey, the whole stroke should really initiate from the core. So if we look here, we just did a basic kick with fins on and a kickboard. So one of the things that you can see is look at how low and how much pressure she's putting where she's keeping that board way underwater there. Okay? So, the hips look good, the feet are up on the water, but that board is way down. So that gives us an idea. She's putting all of her weight right there to press that down. So she's not holding herself up from there. So then you can see what we did was we started to cue, hey, really get the core to engage more. Try to move all of that pressure back to here instead of up here. So you can see her hands are now up on the water, shoulders are still even, hips are still even, feet are still up on the water. So that takes a lot of pressure off that joint. And you can do it off the shoulders because if everything is initiating from here, and that's what's holding you up in the water, it's going to take a lot of pressure off of your extremities. So here's we did it with the brick. So you can see, it's down a little bit, but she kind of starts to work it. And as she gets a little better of it, you're going to watch the kickboard come up a little bit. And so that's what we worked on in this session was, hey, how do you move everything back to the core and have that hold you up in the water? So as always, thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the pool soon.